Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert. So what is bad for the liver apart from alcohol? Is other things that we need to be aware of and avoid as much as possible in our daily lifestyles? And the answer is absolutely yes, there are. So let me have a quick run through. There is an article that you can read as well, but let's have a quick run through of the things that you need to be wary of. Excess is often the word, and excess glucose and fructose are on the top of the list. Excess omega-6 fatty acids are the next one on the list. So this is very much to do with diet. Now, glucose can be used by all the cells in the body, and your liver will control how much of it is being distributed. So if you eat a lot of foods with containing a lot of glucose, then possibly your liver will not be able to send all of it out into the system, into the body, and it may have to convert some of it to fat and store it. And the same with fructose, but the fructose is different because there are no cells in the body which use fructose, so the liver cannot distribute it. So it means it has to do something with it itself. Now, fructose is broken down pretty much in the same way as alcohol, and fructose can be converted to glucose, but if you've already got too much glucose, then that's not going to happen, so it will convert it to fat. So these fatty livers, they can be due to alcohol, but they can be due to excess glucose and especially fructose in the diet. And the food industry have created a molecule called high fructose corn syrup, where they take the glucose from corn and convert it to fructose. And you're thinking, well, why do they do that? Because fructose is extra sweet. This is the sweetest tasting of all the sugars. And so that means that they now can use half the amount, so they can save some money and all this kind of thing. But unfortunately, fructose and glucose are not the same, especially in the human body. So be very wary of these excess glucose, excess fructose, excess high fructose corn syrup. And the same with the omega-6 fatty acids. So they are polyunsaturated fatty acids, and the omega-6 fatty acids have to be broken down by the liver. And unfortunately, they seem to be found in the same foods where we will find the excess glucose and the excess fructose. So all the processed foods, basically. Now, the omega-6 fatty acids are really what I'm talking about here is the plant and seed oils and margarines. So try to avoid as much as possible any plant oils. Try to convert to eating more saturated fatty acids like good old-fashioned butters and beef tallow and even the coconut oils. These are easier for the body to work with. They're more saturated, so they are quickly used to make energy, and is more gentle on the liver, or it's easier on the liver. So beware of that. Excess kilos. So if you're carrying excess weight, there will be a bigger demand on your liver. It has to detox much more because of the excess weight. So be very careful, because it probably will not be able to keep up. So see if you can do something to reduce your weight. So excess vitamin A, especially vitamin A, we could say the fat-soluble vitamins, but vitamin A is a challenge for the liver, absolutely. So some of you may be taking Fructose, as it's called, the acne medication, and you know that you have to go for regular liver tests to make sure the liver is coping with this excess vitamin A, and it will only be for a period of time. So painkillers like paracetamol, they're very challenging for the liver, and if you want to mess up your liver, then take an overdoses of paracetamol, and that's probably the quickest way you can mess up your liver, basically. And then the last one I have on the list here is needles which are not sterile. So if you're having to inject yourself, you're possibly using insulin, or you might be having to inject other things, then be very wary. Make sure that your needles are sterile, because this can create problems for the liver, because it has to clean the blood. So if the blood gets infected from the contaminated needles, then you can get infections in your liver. Anyway, have a little look at the list. What is bad for your liver besides alcohol? And you will see some of the other things which I haven't mentioned. Happy hormones, happy life.